Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 54 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Today, I would like to clean up this place. It's, let's be honest, a little bit of a mess, right? Nice. Trying to contain this radiation just a little bit more than I have been able to thus far. Hunger 2 in here, huh? So what's my radiation look like? 31,000 if I pop outside here. Now, it's sitting around 25-ish. Oh, it looks like we got another... Nice. That looks pretty good, actually. We're doing pretty good in terms of that radiation control. Yeah. Looks like it's actually doing pretty good containing it now. I got some more dense obsidian, obviously, because I've been cleaning this stuff up. Now, what was I using again for catalysts? I was using... the purity and the strength. Was it blaze dust? Kind of forget what I was using for the strength. Derp. Or it was gunpowder, wasn't it? Because I have a lot of gunpowder. Right? Blaze dust gives you 5 and 5. Gunpowder gives you 8 and 4. Nice. That's cool. Alright, so yeah, we'll let this thing charge up. So last episode, what did we work on? We worked on this bad boy, right? We've currently got close to 200 million RF stored. Obviously, lots of explosions occurring downstairs. This generator's running and, you know, doing a good job dealing with the radiation we've got going on. What I want to do for the time being is stop this machine from running and stop that. So that should turn off both generators, right? This thing out of RF, right? This thing stopped running. We're no longer producing power. Right. We've got a large amount stored. My goal for the next couple episodes is to rein in my RF generation. Let's be honest. This is a mess. I mean, it is a big mess. It is a giant, horrible mess, and I should feel ashamed. Your power generation is bad, and you should feel bad, Direwolf. That is a fact of life right now. So, bearing in mind those horrible facts that are true... Oh my goodness, this is a mess. Oh man, I don't even know how to deal with the mess that we have going on here. I think what I need to do is clean up this giant mess that we call a power generation room. So I'd like to do several things. One, I'd like to get extreme reactors up and running. That would be cool. Two, I'd like to maybe have more space down here and rearrange some of the things we've got going on. Maybe even do some automation around deep resonance, because I'd like to have... We're going to have lots of power gen options, right? And what I'd like to ultimately have, and speaking of what we've got here, Yellorium 282. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. What I'd like to do is stick with my multiple power gen features that I've been doing. So, like, I might stick with the oil gen, but we've been... Canola's like, okay. Like, we're doing really good with canola, and it's doing fine. And the TNT gen, I might hold off on that for a little bit, too. My long-term goal is I'd like to have the rainbow generator, which I've mentioned a few times is one of my goals, to get a large amount of power. Like a real large amount of power. Like a stupid amount of power. But, you know, stupid is fun. But that's probably more of a long-term goal than current. I'll probably want to move these things. So what I think I'm going to do is just tear everything down, right? But I do want to make sure that I shouldn't run out of power for a while because I've got such a large amount here, like 190 million RF. So I should be okay on power, but I want to make sure that if, you know, power starts to become a problem, I can quickly turn on a lever and start generating power again for a little bit. So let's start this episode by clearing out all this mess that we've got down here. And I mean, mess is 100% the word. Like, I almost want to build a whole new power gen room and just start from scratch. That's how much of a mess it is. But, are you done, by the way? Oh, you're out of power? Why are you out of power? Why would you be out of power? You, sir, are out of power. Neat. We can remedy this. See what I mean by we have a mess? Like, I don't even know, like, what's broken in my environment right now. That's how much of a mess we have. Like, I don't even know what's going on. So that should be giving you power again, and you can start charging this up. And you're at strength of 40%. Nice. Cool. And we've still got a decent amount here. That caps at 70. All right. Let's get to work, shall we? I'll be right back once I've formulated a plan in my head. All right, guys. I'm making a couple drums here because, like, I'm there's so much to do. I don't even know where to begin. Let's remove you. I'm slowly, but I don't want to like waste too many resources. But at this point, I'm kind of thinking like, I don't care. But what I'm thinking I'd like to do is have a drum here. Now, ideally, you'd be able to extract liquids out of here. So on your down, can I set you to extract always active, and you'll empty this? I guess we'll find out shortly. The answer is no. Right? Is that the correct answer? That is pretty much the correct answer. So that's cool. We do have a bunch of crystallized oil here that we can do that with. Right? I'm just going to start tearing everything down in here. And this will probably be a healthy amount of off-camera work, clearing this all out. But I just want to literally destroy everything that's power gen right now. Like, all these cool contraptions that I've built over the last few episodes are going away. And we will hopefully... Let's see, is there any more redstone stuff in here? No, that's good. Liquid monitor can go. The scanner. You are going to be in redstone mode. And then I want some canola, crystallized canola. You should be sucking that up, buddy. There we go. Well, no, you're not supposed to be sucking that up. Oh well, it's all good. We'll get all that into here in a moment. Once that works too. Nice. And then you are crystallized canola. This stuff, I'm going to remove this thing. And we'll do the same over here. And like I said, we'll switch to doing some of this off camera in a minute. I'm just kind of getting things done, as it were. Trying to clean up this giant mess that I call a power gen room. Everything has to go, literally. Cool. So that's good. You can go away for the time being. You guys can go away. This was gonna go back here. And you've got a little bit of crystallized canola in you, so let's switch you to redstone always mode. So this should fill this thing up. Nice. And then what we can do is get the crystallized canola out of here with a fluid conduit or two. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. That's going to clear out. Beautiful. Okay. And what I've been doing, by the way, guys, is up here, I've got a chest where I'm putting all the things that are related to my power gen right now. I mean, cobblestone's not technically related, but you know what I mean. Cool. So once you've cleared out your... So what I want to do is have this thing fully empty, so you're done, right? You're totally not needed anymore. Okay. And once you guys have cleared out your backlog of canola, which I could probably speed up with my accelerator wand. Do I have that thing? Right? This works, doesn't it? In theory. It looks like it's working. Nice. Beautiful. All right, so let's come back in a minute. I'm going to do more cleaning up down there. Well, guys, here it is. All the components of my power generation room. Except deep resonance. I haven't torn that one down yet. But look, clean. Not exactly neat, but clean. So we're getting there. Progress absolutely being made. I'm debating, because of all this messy cabling and such, having a quick network cable set up. I probably don't need it now, but I'll probably do it once I get my power back up and running is going with the wireless network system to connect over here so that we don't need to run cabling all the way around this area. I'm probably going to start right here. And we'll leave this here for now. Where's all this cable go? You probably go over to our mob spawner, right? This thing, I don't even know where you go. Oh, you go into here to this. Okay, cool. All right, that makes, yeah, somewhat of sense. Dire wire. It's a disease. So from here on, we will clear away all this cable. Okay. You are a liquid monitor. So your job is to keep this tank accepting lava. We don't want to forget about him. Otherwise, we're going to start wasting resonant liquid, and that's bad times. Something nobody wants to see happen. Nice. So, progress being made on the clearing of this area. So my plan is to have a big open underground area, like really big. And what I'd like to do, if you guys are cool with it, is just have this big wide open area down here that's going to be power generation room, right? And we will have deep resonance, we might have some actual additions, we might have some extra utilities, and we'll have a big reactor down here. And all these things will work together towards generating large amounts of RF for us. And it's all going to be power transferred via the Draconic system. That's kind of the plan. So, bedtime, take a nap. Come on, sleep time. And then, yeah, no, I have an idea in my head, and ideally I want it to look good too, because I know people like to harp on me for not having lovely looking things, and that's not usually what Dire's good at. But Dire's going to try for you guys. I'm going to try and make this power generation room look good, as well as function well. Cool? So, I think before we can really do much of anything else, I need to... yeah, we're going to need some buckets. You know, I wouldn't mind... let's see. Water... rod... Do we have any... I could get a rod of the seas, which is pretty easy to make. It just needs a rune of water, and then I can make water wherever I want. So I might do that. The only problem is these things are actually currently responsible for generating the power that gives me flight. So I'm, you know, grid power currently using up 27, and when I'm flying, 59. So I need 60 grid power. I hesitate to move these things, only because I want to keep my flight abilities while I'm building down here. But they are absolutely also in my way. Hassle. And I might also want to tear this thing down real quick too while I'm there. Did I clear out most of this stuff? I cleared out most of what's down here, but I could get rid of these things too. Alright, I'm gonna keep cleaning, and we'll be back in a minute. I might off camera real quick move that. Yeah, I'm gonna move all this. Real quick off camera, I might wind up moving these things somewhere temporarily so that I can still have flight, and then we'll move them back into the power, because they are power generation technically, so I want them to be part of that room. But yeah, that's cool. Alright, we'll be back in a minute. So I think this should work, right? You, and you. Nice. That's cool. And then over here we can put away this extra rune that I've got, and the wand can go away. So this nifty little gadget, the Rod of the Seas, will create water source blocks wherever I want. Real quick, just want to show them on camera. Now I can not worry about these water source blocks or any ever again. I'm just going to clean up this big old area. Yeah, I'll come back in a minute off camera. This is not a super efficient method, but it's enough to give me power to fly, which counts. Alright, now, next step. I'm going to clear out the amount of space that we're going to need. And to do that, I brought along a builder block with shape card void. Nice. Let's say that we want to clear out how much space do I really want to clear out down here? Probably a decent amount, to be honest. And I'm probably going to also want to clear out, like, all this stuff. Do I still have my Rod of Shifting Crust? And bricks. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Now that that's all cleaned up, put you guys away temporarily. Probably could have put that in that chest thing that I was using, but it's all good. Oh, see, a few more. There's probably a few here that I missed, but that's fine. So let's say that I'm going to put my builder here. Okay, and I'm going to shift right click on the shape card. And I'm going to start off by clearing out a large area of this basement. So what I'm thinking is, like, here to, like, I probably want to go back a little further and down a little bit more, because I want this to be a pretty big open area. Right, and we'll let this thing start clearing, and we'll see what happens with it, right? So you're going to need power. Okay, and you're going to need a redstone signal. And this should be pretty quick. Hey look, I found an underground cavern. How cool is that? Neat. Well, that's cool. We're also going to need light. Because we don't want monsters down here, do we? Oh wow, you already started, didn't you? You've had like 8 seconds to spawn monsters, and you're like, I'll just do it right now. Haha. A few more torches are going to be needed. So that's the start of the power room. Yeah, you guys fight each other. That's cool. I'm down with that. Nice. We're going to need to wall up this room here just so that it's not so much of a hassle, but do I have a tree felling axe? A broad axe? Yeah, I do. Nice. Just going to knock this thing down. Alright, back in a minute. I'm going to like clean this area up a little bit more. I might even make it a little bit larger. Oh, you want to have a battle of the arrows, Mr. Skeleton? That's a bad idea. You made a mistake there. Alright guys, I'm clearing out a little bit more stuff. Just a little bit. Nice. And that should give us a 23 by 23 area by 12 tall. Right? So, progress, my friends, is being made. I'm going to light up the downstairs here just a little bit, just to make sure that we're not, you know, in terrible position. I don't want monsters. That's all I will make lighting better. How's that? Fair? I will make lighting better. Lighting better soon. Let's get Rod of Shifting Crust or Swapping Wand. I can probably do this with my Swapping Wand. Because I want to make sure that we stay on one plane, and I think that this will be easier. I guess 7x7 is the best we're going to do. Nice. Beautiful. See, I told you I'm going to try and make it look nice down here. Now, maybe I'll swap it out with something better looking, but for now, let's at least just get it filled in, right? That's kind of the plan. And we're going to have to dump all this junk that we've got that we don't need in our inventory right now. Looking good. Looking good. The nice thing about the swapping wand is it equal trades it. I don't know if that's intended or not, but it totally does. So, what do I mean by that? I mean, I don't get cobblestone when I break stone. I get stone. See? I'm not getting cobble, I'm getting stone. Kind of nice. I'm pretty sure most other swapping wands do like a break mechanic, so basically you'll get cobblestone. This one not so much. Sweet. Oops. Looking good? Alright, so that'll do. Let's put you away. And I probably don't need this thing anymore. Okay, now that we've cleared this area out, let's make a decision on what forms of power generation we want to go with at the same time. And I'll fix my wall and ceiling at some point too, soonish. But I want to make it look nice too. 136 million RF. So we're still doing fine on RF. And I even have a full 25 million thing here. So if we get desperate, we'll be all right. So this will be our power generation room, right? To do. To do is power gen in here. What mechanics of power gen do we want to go with? I think we're going to definitely want, and what I'm probably going to wind up doing is moving a lot of this contraption down there so that everything will be self-contained. So I don't even know what the upstairs portion of this house will be used for. Maybe I'll even move my draconium core inside this building. I don't know. It's probably too big to fit inside the building, but we'll figure something out. But long story short, right? Or maybe I will leave the liquid stuff up here. I don't know. We'll figure out a plan at some point. For now, let's make sure that that's not going to cause too much of a problem. That looks good, right? Nice. Kind of trying to make things look a little decent. Let's, give me a minute. I want to figure out what my next step is. So I wanted to test if comparator still works on this energy pylon. And that's tricky to do because I don't have enough energy. I only have 1% in there. So we're going to have to fill that thing up more before I can test whether or not that is implemented yet in the 110 version. But I think I can read the amount of energy stored in that thing. But with that in mind, let's get this guy up and running again. So I'm going to hold off on the power monitor because we're going to want to test power monitoring on that thing. These are all I need for that, and I just need the obsidian, right? This stuff, dense obsidian. So, and then dense glass. So let's kind of plan out where this is going to be. So I might want to have like corners or sides or different areas, right, that will kind of sync up. So we could start with like, the basic plan will be to eventually have all the energy sync up straight to here. To like, you know, like a energy relay from Draconic Evolution that's sitting right here in the room. And it'll collect all the energy from all the different power generation systems that we're going to have down here and beam it directly into this area. And then this thing will get that and then shoot it up into the orb. That's the plan. So the first thing we want to do is figure out where we're going to put things. So we could have maybe this area here. What do we have? That's kind of what we looked at with our thing before. And then we're going to want, let me get my drill augment for 3x drilling, just because that'll help. All right, back in a sec. Let me clear this area out. All right, there we go. So this is back up and running. We've got this resonating crystal here, which is still at 68%, which is cool. We've got the generators. I believe this went into the floor, didn't it? Now this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. All right, I totally derped this up, didn't I? How did I do that? All right, that's better. I was gonna say, like, that's weird. Something's funny. So we've got the multi-block generator. We're gonna have this dude, and you should be ready to roll, right? Generator. We need the control switch thingy, don't we? Yeah. All right, so it's up and running. Nice. So then what we have to do is figure out how to get power into this thing. And I'd also like to keep an eye on my radiation outside the room real quick. So right now it's like not bad out here, so that's cool. How are we going to get power out of there is the next question. And I think the question's answer will be Draconic Evolution's basic IO crystal. Boom. And we're going to want an energy relay crystal to live in this area too. Cool. So let's pretend like this is going to be the energy laser relay, right? And that's going to send a beam of energy straight up And I'm completely in the wrong spot, but it's supposed to be more like here. Right? So like... you now go there. Right? And we're going to have energy going straight to this dude. So I'm going to remove this energy pylon. We're going to get our draconic binder. And we're going to link you to this dude, right? And then energy is going to basically flow up into the orb, right? And then from here... oh, I'm like, why is this not working? Derp. That's what I get for having the wrong tool there. My inventory's a mess, and I'm aware of that. But so if we had... this thing has content saved, so let's use this one, right? And you're going to be in input mode, which means you're going to get energy out of the block. Now, hopefully I can link these. I think I should be able to. Nice. Check that out, right? And if we go upstairs, we should see this guy... what probably was getting power, and we've probably just finished, right? But if we turn this on... boom! Look at that. Sweet. So that's going to be like kind of the concept here, right? Where we will have energy beams, and what I could really do if I wanted to be neat about it, like... there's a couple ways to go about doing this to make it look cool. Like right now, the energy beam's just kind of going through the wall. Not bad, right? And then when this is off, check it out. The energy beam stops going through. That's kind of neat, right? So we could have some fun with that in terms of visual effects, right? We'll see the energy beams and we'll know which reactors is on based on the energy beam flowing through the wall like that. That's kind of the plan. Now we're going to want to have other generators down here as well in other locations, and then obviously energy beams coming from them. I guess in theory it would be nice if this was the centerpiece of the room. But short of moving my orb and rearranging a lot of stuff outside, that's not going to work. So we'll probably stick with this for now. And then maybe, like I said, at some point in the future, I totally plan to completely move and live in a new location, right? And that will be the even nicer looking area. But for now, this functions, right? Like this works. And I like that. The only thing I might want to do is set up a lever out here. Let's see. So I don't have to pop into that room to turn that thing on and off. And eventually it will be automated, right? Like this is like temporary. But for now, you know, like we might want to do this, right? Here's our generator controller. We just pop that dude on. And then we can have the lever say like right here. We'll remove this corner piece. We'll get our Yeta wrench. We'll say that the up is a defined connection there, and then we can just... there, right? And then... cool. And then... boom, right? That kicks on, and then the draconic laser beam, boom. And then when it's off, draconic laser beam, goodbye. Neat? I like it. All right, be right back. So guys, how about we do this? How about we wrap up the episode for now? We will come back next episode, and I'm going to investigate which types of power gen I want to continue using. If we continue using the oil generators from Actually Additions, I'll probably want to tweak my setup down there a little bit. Two things. One, I will probably want to have another one of these guys, the Empower setup, in the basement down there dedicated to oil seeds so that I don't constantly be seeing that in my main base. The other thing I'll probably want to do, like I said, if we're going to go about doing this, is make the fluid production system a little bit more efficient. So we could go that route, right? So that's one thing we could be doing. What else did we have down there? We had like the TNT generator, right? We actually burned through a healthy amount of gunpowder in the short time that TNT generator was running. Because we had like several thousand gunpowder. We were down to like 500-ish, and we're back up to 900. So we're not getting quite as much gunpowder as we need to maintain that TNT generator at the speed that it was running. So we might look at holding off on extra utilities generators until we get to the point where we have everything we need for a rainbow gen. We could even, like, if we wanted to, map out like where the extra utilities generator stuff would be. So like we could have, so there's, for example, extra utilities, right? Eventually I would like to get to this, right? So we're going to need culinary generator. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, not 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 generators. So that's nice because it's like a 4x4 pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then it could be like that. So this could be like, because you need each of those generators. To get a rainbow generator running, all the extra utilities generators have to be running together. And when they all turn on, you get the rainbow generator, which could be in like the middle of them all, would be kind of cool, right? Starts generating power. So that could be like an example, right? Not necessarily this, but an example of what it could look like. I definitely want to get big reactors going in the next episode or two, because, you know, now that we're at a point where we're producing or being able to store billions of RF, we're going to want to be producing large amounts of RF. And then once we've got that up and running, we can more reliably maintain everything that we need to maintain in terms of RF tools dimensions, and we might have other dimensions at some point. We can get our quarry running again. Lots of stuff that can come from that. I'm going to let this run for a little bit because I'd like power gen. Boom. And I'd like to, if I can, I'll drain that entire crystal because I have another crystal that I just crafted that's ready to roll. He's right there. Nice, resonating crystal. And I've got more liquid up here that's being purified as we speak. Quality was 99 because I used an acceleration wand on the smelter, and it probably smelted one batch of liquid before the lava was populated quickly enough. So acceleration wand did me in there. Anyway, wrapping up point for the episode. Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We've got a lot of power cleanup to do, and ideally, we will be to a point where I can turn on and off certain things down there based on the internal capacitor of this guy. All right, guys. Take it easy.